Welcome to Module 6 of the Wellbeing-Resilience Toolbox for Teachers. I can't believe we're up to Module 6 already. I really hope that you enjoyed the mindfulness activities in Module 5 and you're really starting to enjoy a daily mindfulness practice. And hopefully you're starting to feel a lot more relaxed and a lot more calm and able to handle stress and difficult situations a lot more effectively, utilizing your mindfulness practice. Today we're going into our 6th habit, which is grit. Grit is a fantastic topic, and there is a lot of information out there about grit for students. But there's not a lot of conversation around how teachers can be grittier and how we can, as teachers, develop greater grit. So we're going to be talking about that in today's module. This module is going to bring together some of the other concepts that we've spoken about in previous modules. And we're really going to extend upon the concept of character strengths and really look at how our character strengths can really build that sense of grit within us. So researchers at the University of Pennsylvania define grit as perseverance and passion for long-term goals. Grit is really about how we stay focused. It's about endurance. It's about persevering to what really matters to us and really about pursuing our goals and seeing situations through. Angela Duckworth is a leading researcher on the concept of grit. And according to her, grit can possibly be taught. Just like all the other habits, that these positive skills and positive emotions can be learnt with the right focus and right daily practice. Grit is another one of those skills. With all the stress and challenges that teachers face today, grit is an essential habit to master. If we go back to some of the relevant stress statistics that teachers face in Module 1, we can remember that 40% of new graduates resign in the first 5 years. Over half of Australian teachers suffer from anxiety and nearly 1/5 are depressed. Teachers endure greater job-related stress than any other professionals according to the National Foundation for Educational Research. And in particular, if we look at that first point about the lack of retention in the teaching industry, we can see that grit can help us persevere and stay focused and committed to our teacher roles. Grit goes hand in hand with being resilient and handling situations with a resilient mindset. In Module 3, we related the resilient mindset to a growth mindset, to really being flexible, adaptable, and malleable with our thinking. Grit functions exactly the same way. We defined resilience as being the ability to be the best version of ourselves in situations that stress us out. We looked at our character strengths as ways to define that best version of ourselves. Our character strengths can really be a way that we can define our gritty self, not only our resilient self, and really master the ability to be this best version of ourselves in all situations. So if you can pull out your character strengths that you defined in Module 3 and just look at the top 10 character strengths that you defined, we're going to flesh those out a little bit more in today's module. Now, if you haven't defined your character strengths, or you would like to re-explore your character strengths, then have a look through this list here now. Look through all these words of virtues and character strengths and select the top 10 that really resonate most with you. What are the 10 qualities that you would give to your most confident, gritty, resilient self? Now, if you haven't defined your character strengths in Module 3, we're going to do that today. we're also going to check in and ensure that you've selected your 10 power words that suit you best. And to do that, I'm going to take you into a visualization exercise that we can do right now that will help you master and define your character strengths. So what I'd like you to do is to get really comfortable where you are right now, sitting or lying down. I'd like you to just close your eyes and we're going to do a visualization exercise. So just closing your eyes and just becoming aware of that space behind your eyelids. So first notice that there is a space behind your eyelids and just focus on that space. Just allowing yourself to come fully present in the here and now. That space represents your own mental screen. It's your own mind movie. And right now, we're going to make a movie about your most confident, ideal self. So as you're looking into that space, I'd like you to imagine an empty stage. Just imagine that you are sitting in the audience looking out on the stage. There's nothing on the stage except a spotlight. An empty stage with a bright spotlight in the middle. And I'd like you to place your most confident self under the spotlight. So just see that self. This is your most authentic, your most confident, your most courageous, the ideal version of yourself. Place that self under the spotlight on the stage. And I'd like you to observe that self critically. Look at that self as if you are noticing and observing a stranger. And as you're looking at that self on the stage, I'd like you to see what qualities you notice in that confident self. And as you're looking, as you're observing, just notice those qualities. How are you standing? What's your body language? What are you wearing? What are you saying to yourself? If this self was a stranger, what would those qualities be? What would you notice first? What makes them confident? What makes them courageous? What is giving them the presence that they have? Simply observe that self. Really taking note of all the qualities that you observe in this confident self. And now just imagine getting up on stage, standing next to that self, and actually stepping into your body under that spotlight. And just imagine stepping into this most confident self. Notice how it feels to own that confidence, to be that confidence. Notice where you feel it in your body. Notice each and every one of those qualities and how they feel. And I'd like you to imagine looking out on your world from that confident perspective. And just imagine a situation that may have stressed you in the past. Notice how that feels as you observe that situation through your most confident self, as you navigate that situation utilizing these qualities. These qualities are your character strengths. Notice how they work. Notice how they help you. Notice how they make you feel strong and empowered, resilient and gritty. And just feel these for a few more moments. And just notice that picture that you've created, that situation. Notice how you are managing it. Noticing how people are reacting to you. How it feels easier, stronger. Just sit with that for a few moments. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. And what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to take a look at that list of character strengths again. And I'd like you to tune into what you saw in your visualization and select your 10 words. What are the 10 qualities of your character strength? I'd like you to spend a few moments just writing those words down. Now they may be the same words that you identified in Module 3, or they may be new ones that you've seen a bit more clearly. I'd like you to write them down and really get clear about how you are defining them. And in the next video, we are going to do an activity on how you can own these character strengths even more, how you can become them. The habits, the thinking tools, the strategies that you can really develop these as muscles in your mindset even further. So once you have finished your 10 words, jump on to video 2. I look forward to seeing you there.